That audio seems low. Which probably is. Okay, that looks slightly better. I'm not ready to keep going, but I want to keep going. Why can't we just leave it happy where it is? Crap. Alright. Let's just get going. God, there's so much more to go. Actually, I don't know how much more we have. Hang on. Let me check Gog. How many hours in am I? 22. So we might be able to knock this out in like 3 streams. Oh, God, help me. Crap. Alright, let's go. Let's just go. Let's just get to it. I'm putting things off and I shouldn't be. 22 hours. Dear Lord. Right, everything ended really happy and shit. Those birds are loud. On my end, they are. Morning, no, afternoon. Hey, I wonder why. Never mind. Excuse me, my ear caps just got blown out. Good morning. I mean, it should be, after what just happened. Good morning. Come on, put a little more oomph into it. Yeah, I got some oomph for you. Yeah, same as always. Must say something. Yeah, that was a word. That's a good word. Alright, never mind. Didn't know you had that in you. I mean, it's amazing we can fit up there. That's terrible. Oh, you still thinking about it? Hey, what happened? Hey, that hurt. What was that for? No reason. I was struck with an insatiable urge to whack you. Fucking stupid. Whatever happened to your heartfelt desire to do whatever you can for me? Oh yeah, you just set that on fire in front of me. I don't think hitting me counts. No, we gotta bring you back down to earth somehow. You're tough enough to get over a little bonk. Yeah, you know. I'll just go get the mace, the flail. You'll be right. You're being so nice yesterday. Where did that go? You know. Yeah. So would you like to explain why you're making dirty jokes first thing in the morning? No. Why are you making dirty jokes first thing in the morning and not following up with what comes after? Yeah, just trying to lighten the mood to hide my embarrassment. Yeah. Yeah, you're the one embarrassed here. Fair enough. Alright, could you not joke about that in the future? I didn't actually do anything. No, you didn't. Sorry. Terrible. Say, could I ask you something? Can I lie if I don't like the question? Yes. You hardly ever use my name. Makes us feel so distant. Could you do something about that, maybe? You're asking a lot, I'm sorry. Yeah, that'll do. Good job. Fucking brilliant. No. No. That is not you at all. Just go with my name. You've graduated from a master-servant relationship to romantic relationship, but that is a bit much. Uh-huh. Yep. You are now not legally bitchless anymore. Good job. Exactly. So, in honor of the new us, let's make this last, alright? Michelle. I actually said it right. Holy crap. Alright. This is gonna get sad. Fuck. Alright, shit. Didn't say anything. At the time, the light had entered, our life seemed unreal and fantastical. But I prayed that it would indeed last. Hope for an equally bright future. I allowed myself to rejoice in the moment, letting the unconquered shadows that lured in my peripheral remain unseen. Hey, I think they're gonna make themselves seen. Just call it a guess. I don't like that background. Oh. I keep forgetting that's what it is. I see that. I think every time that's happened, I'm like, oh, bad's coming. Well, I don't think I'm gonna be wrong. Counterpoint. Blackness consumes one's colorful space. Sail stands before me as she did within the door, struggling to reconcile the two senses. They are both real. They are both her. Lively, spunky girl of the past and the lifeless girl of the present are both Giselle. Different as they seem, they are both her. Why don't we stop there? Hey, I like that idea. We should stop there. I don't want to know what comes next. It was a wonderful story. They overcame their troubles and lived happily ever after. Yeah, see, we can stop. Is that not good enough? It could not be worse than where we are now. All we have to do then is erase the now. Throw everything away and start over from where it was better. Hey, I like that idea. You were able to bear them because they weren't your tragedies. And that goes for more than just me. Actually, as a matter of fact, those words apply even better to her than me. The ending is already set in stone. It's already happened. What point is there in watching it again? All that accomplishes is making me relive it all. Yeah, this is horrific, to be honest. The ending has not been written. We are both here now, which means our end still lies ahead of us. See? That's a fair point. Then, can I ask you to promise not to let go of my hand no matter what? No matter what happens, you mustn't let go of my hand. Now I understand. That was a request, even if she didn't perceive it as such. Place of a verbal response, I squeeze her hand in mine. I know where this tale is heading. I don't like where this tale is heading. Yeah. Yep. All the other doors we visited ended in tragedy, and ours is no exception. That's cool. Perhaps what's waiting at the end of this one is even more dire than I imagine. Yeah. Door to our past swings open once more, behind which lies the end of me, and the beginning of her. I don't like where this is going. A month had passed since the night with the rose. Right on schedule, the monthly delivery arrived, but in it was a letter that would dramatically change our lives. My father, Antonian, had fallen ill and died. See, everything works out. I presumed it was the witch's doing, but she was silent, refusing to respond to my questions. If it wasn't her, then he must have died naturally. Yes, naturally. Natural illness. It seemed more than a little tasteless to celebrate someone's death, but good taste and reality do not always agree. I was extremely relieved to hear the news. The man had... Yeah, he had tried to have me killed, and now he was gone from this world. I had been waiting for this moment for years. His passing had another effect as well. My death could be revoked. Many years ago, my brother had told me that when he succeeded our father, he would welcome me back into the Bollinger estate, and I could be part of the family once more. Which meant that this letter signaled the end of my banishment. Hell yeah. Everything's... I'm not even gonna choke. Not sure how to feel about it. Yeah, rejoicing doesn't seem really appropriate. But this means you can return home now, right? In theory. My brother's set to take control of the estate, so he should be accommodating. Should be, huh? I'm gonna write a letter, have them send us a carriage. It is much too long a distance to walk. Alright. I'm excited. What should we do first when we get back to the capital? I know. How about you stop by my place? My mom and sister won't believe their eyes. I don't like where this is going. My time in this mansion was almost at its end. Future I had once vaguely envisioned was now within my reach. I had always spoken of this moment predicted with eventually, like it was some kind of unobtainable fantasy. But now that it was practically a reality, I realized I hadn't actually given it much thought. Hey, you still awake? I am. Not a great night for sleeping, huh? Are you thinking about your family? It all seems so surreal. Yeah, it does. This house is like a desert island cut off from the world, which makes everything feel kind of like a fairy tale sometimes. Even what we have. From time to time I get the feeling that nothing is real. Hey, hold that thought. Yeah, just wondering that the outside world is just a figment of my imagination, that my entire life only ever existed within these walls. Are you nervous? Maybe I am. I always thought that when this day arrived, it would be more cathartic. Sorry, I'm finally able to take you back to the capital, and I can't seem to get past my own negativity. It's only natural to be nervous. I am too. I haven't spent nearly as long as you living in this mansion, but I know... Goddamn. I know how you feel because I feel the same way. Not knowing what the future holds, it's scary. Uh-huh. I don't like the foreshadowing. You know, I was thinking I would be okay with staying. Hey, maybe that's not a bad idea. I mean, I would love to return to the capital, and I miss my family dearly. But even if I never get to see them again, in no way would I consider myself unhappy. I honestly think I've got a pretty wonderful life. Oh... If you're not comfortable going back to that house, and you're just saying you'll endure it for me, Giselle, there are other paths we can take. You could live with your family, or you could remain here in the mansion. Not at all, no, I want to. No matter where I go, you'll be there with me, Michelle. It's true, I am nervous not knowing what the future holds, but not in a scared something bad might happen kind of way. Man, you're laying it on thick now. It's more a jittery, excited, anxiousness. I'm confident the two of us can overcome anything, no matter what obstacles may come our way. Together we can create an even more wonderful future. Don't worry, Michelle. Future's nothing to be afraid of. You make it sound like I'm paralyzed with fear. But you are, aren't you? Hey now, don't give me that look. Once again, she's the one pushing me forward. I'll make sure you have a good, happy life. Thank you. What? Nothing, nothing. I'm feeling kind of sentimental, thinking about how we've only got a little time left here. It wasn't perfect, but it was an important part of my life. Indeed. Say. Yes? Well... I think I could... Hey... What's the hide button again? What's the hide button again? No reason. Use your head. Yeah. Oh, fuck's sake. How can you be so tense? I mean, you know, touching and so forth. You know, take the next step. Please tell me he finally gets it. Yeah. Uh-huh. Again, hey, where's the, desktop? Where's game capture again? No reason at all. Crap. Ay. What is? I don't have that hotkeyed, and that's, questionable. God damn it. It's not proper for... I mean... Who cares about proper? I mean... The last one made me... Like, that was incredibly sad, which means that this is probably gonna hurt more. That, yeah, they really didn't hold back. And I can... I'm worried what's coming next, because there's... Did kind of ask you to wait. Feel bad for leading you on for so... Right. Yeah, I'm sorry. Okay. Yeah, just humor me for a moment. You're shaking. Just really emotional, that's all. Again, it's probably not going to, but I also don't want to even attempt to take the chance. Just... reasons, you know? Don't need to force yourself if you're not ready. Wait as long as you need. Besides, Giselle, besides... Never mind, Michelle. Michelle, it's fine, there's no need to rush things. You don't need to worry. Giselle, yeah. Okay. Okay, I figured nothing was gonna happen, but also, like... I have a feeling things are gonna happen this time. I wrote 2 letters. One to my brother, and one to my mother. And so, one so Giselle could return. I don't like that sentence. I don't like that sentence, sir. One so Giselle could return, and one so I could be myself. To demonstrate who I was. I had to prove that I was not cursed. For failing to do that would not only bring her grief, it might become the final crack in the identity I had built up for myself. I had to convince her I was neither demon nor angel, but a human man who had fallen in love with a human woman. Yeah, I don't know about that. However, I was too foolish to realize that the future I envisioned was nothing but a fantasy. Ah, cool. Had I been able to grasp that, then maybe I could have taken her somewhere far away, where no one knew who we were, where things might have turned out differently. Alright. It's been really foggy out lately. Ah, cool, Silent Hill's about to happen. Wonderful. I don't like you saying that. I don't like you saying that. Rather if we left when it was clear. It would be terrible if the coachman rolled the carriage because he couldn't see where we were going. If there wasn't so much fog, I would have probably been able to see little columns of orange evening sunlight fighting their way through the trees, with the milky white mist seemed to swallow up all the light, leaving nothing for the surrounding area. It was rather dreary weather. Wonderful. I wonder when they'll be here. Although, if they never do show up, that's okay too. I was finally able to return to the capital with Michelle, see my family again, and that was wonderful. It was like a dream come true. But it wouldn't disappoint me if it didn't end up happening. I didn't care where I ended up. Oh, I think that thought's about to change. As long as Michelle was there with me. I think that thought's about to change, isn't it? That's all that matters. I should probably close the windows. The coach isn't likely to show up at night, I don't think. Hey, we can just stop here, right? I reached my hand out to shut a window, which is when I saw something wavering beyond the heavy mist. Light. Light. And it wasn't just the one. It wasn't just the one. Oh. Oh. Looking closer revealed several more flickering spots. Moved up and down slowly but rhythmically. More and more came into view. My mind began seeing them as people carrying torches. Oh, cool. They're coming this way. Could they be our escorts back to the capital? I don't think that's going to be the case. Though. Hey, that was an arrow, wasn't it? As soon as the thought, there sure are a lot of people, popped into my head, something whizzed past my cheek. What? Huh? Was that? Huh? Why? What? Uh-huh. It was an arrow. Giselle? Oh, cool. What? It had flown through the window and pierced the opposite wall. And Michelle not knocked me out of the way. Giselle, are you okay? I'm fine, but what's going on? Never mind that, right now we need to run. Wait, Michelle? Now there's no time to talk. Stay out of sight of the windows. Got it. Grabbed my hand and broke into a run. Relentless storm of arrows showered through the windows we had worked so hard to get open a year ago. This wasn't what we had gone through all that effort for. Once I open the front door, run. We have to get as far away from this house as quickly as we can. What was happening? Why did we have to run? Why were those people firing arrows at us? With a wave of questions came a wave of fear. I couldn't say anything. The sheer terror had frozen my jaw in place. Get ready. Nodded, squeezing his hand tight. Knew it would just be another obstacle to his safe escape, but I didn't want to let go of his hand. I was afraid that if I did, I would never be able to hold it again. Uh-huh. Yeah. Are you alright? I'm fine. But how? There are people out front, too. Damn it. Why? Several arrows were sticking out of the floor before us. Beyond the door, which Michelle managed to shut almost immediately, rang a cacophony of whoosh, thamp, whoosh, thump, or thump. We can't escape. Why? What's going on? Damn it. Deep scowl, Michael barred the door, and all the while the arrows kept flying. Panic in the air kept growing thicker. I don't understand. How did they... Only a handful of people even know about this place. This is all my fault. It's because I told the villagers about this place. They think a demon lives here, not a human. So they're here to tear down the house. They made weapons, bows, just for this. I don't think it matters. There was a deep rumble in the ground below us shook. I almost fell to the floor. Trying to break down the door, it seems. Michelle? I am so sorry. This is all my fault. Because of what I did. Hey, I don't think it's what you did. No. What? It's not your fault, it's mine. Yeah, it sure is, isn't it? Michelle? You fucking dumb... Challenged her, and because I did, she made my curse real. What are you talking about, Michelle? Uh-huh. This way, run. Michelle dragged me through the mansion's corridors until we reached the chamber with the stained glass window. Far into the room sat a small door. Where does it lead? I'd been aware of the door's presence, but I'd never gone inside it. Something about it seemed somewhat different than the rest of the house. I wasn't sure how to describe it exactly, but it felt like shadows had taken root here. The observation tower. A tower. But if we go up there, we're putting ourselves in a corner. It doesn't matter where we go, they have us trapped. But there's a chance that up here... He didn't finish that thought, however. He opened the door, leading me into the tower, his face deathly pale. Alright, well... Started running again around and around the spiral staircase, making our way to the top. Regular intervals along the walls were rectangular windows. Layer of fog still lay thick across the land. Peering out into it made me feel like we had been thrown into a dream world. If we weren't for the orange spots of torchlight surrounding the mansion. Silhouettes holding the torches. Is that armor? Fucking what? Appeared to be knights. What the fuck? What the shit? Michelle, tell me, why do you think this is your fault? What is your curse? Your curse? It isn't just the color of your hair and eyes, is it? There's more to it, isn't there? There's something else, isn't there? Michelle's gaze was firmly directed forward as he frantically led me up the stairs. Breathing hard, and the sound of it echoed against the tower stone walls. Panic hearts were beating so hard. I was afraid they might be able to hear it outside. Eventually made it to the top. Pile of discarded rope lay unceremoniously at the foot of the door, presumably once used to seal it shut. The door itself was deeply weathered and rotting in places. It had obviously been left sitting in disrepair even longer than Michelle had lived there. What is this? Inside. Frigid air nipped at my skin, and it wasn't a pleasant, refreshing kind of cool, but a bitter, oppressive cold. The room felt unlike any other in the mansion. This is an observation tower. You can't even... There once would have been windows all along... There... Fuck me, I can't even English. Once would have been windows allowing you to see in all directions around the mansion, but all that remains now is that tiny opening near the ceiling. If we hide out there, then there's still a chance they might not find us. That's not how this story's gonna end. Sounded like they broke down the door. No kidding. Don't worry, they won't find us. Hey, they're gonna find him. And when they give up their search, then we can get out of here. I'm sure it will all turn out alright. Why are you tempting fate? Like, you know I know it's not gonna work, but it's like, fuck. Michelle's voice was quivering, as was his hand in mine. Michelle, huddled together, feeling each other's warmth in arms. Free hand clenched his shirt for dear life. I'm sorry. What? I'm to blame for this. It's my fault you're in this mess. Cool. Pain you had to experience, you're being sent to this place, and what's happening now can all be traced back to my being born. I'm so sorry. Why was he apologizing? Why did he insist this was his fault? Why wouldn't he tell me what his curse was? Why were people trying to kill us? Right. Those people were trying to kill us. Putting it into words like that made the fear that much more real. Arrows they fired weren't threats. They meant to kill us. Michelle? With Michelle trembling in my arms, I couldn't bring myself to ask those questions. What meaning would those answers even have with death lurking so close behind us? All I could do was pray. Pray that he was right, that they wouldn't find us and we would be able to escape. However, over here, there's a door and stairs leading up. Cool. That's great. Hopes were shattered by the sounds of voices from below. Could hear a faint clanking of armor. Our grips on each other tightened, and our trembling intensified. Fear swelled within the tower, making us its slaves. Giselle? We were both terrified. And who wouldn't be? Fairy tale heroes could be magically courageous in the face of overwhelming danger, but they weren't real. Fear in my impending death, drawing nearer and nearer with each passing moment, almost drove me to madness. I couldn't think clearly. My heart was having trouble keeping up. My head was a big white mess. We were supposed to return to the capital, start a new life, finally obtain our happiness. It was right there at our fingertips. Enough happiness to make up for Michelle's 10 years of isolation, and enough to erase that nightmare from my memory forever. What had we done to have that taken away from us? We just loved each other and wanted a quiet life together. Nothing outrageous. I don't want to die. Don't want to die. Don't want to die. What scared me the most was being separated from Michelle. Hey, Michelle, what are those people really doing here? What if they're after his money or valuables? We can offer them everything in the mansion. We don't need any of it. If they don't want us to return to the capital, we can tell them we'll stay here. They might be willing to talk it over. Hey, that'd be nice, wouldn't it? I don't care if I lose everything else. As long as I have you, I can survive anywhere. All that mattered was we had our lives. So long as the two of us still breathed. But death to the unholy one, death to the heretic, death to the witch. Jesus. Despair hung over us like the fog outside. There were no heretics, no witches, no unholy ones here. They would probably never listen to us. The moment we stepped outside of this room, we would be dead no matter what we said. Michelle? I'm all right. It's okay, Michelle. I'm not scared. You're here with me after all. I'm fine, it's all fine. So please hold me until it's all over. Please stay with me. Finally, you speak. Wait! Michelle? He wasn't looking at me, though. His unfocused eyes were directed upward, not toward any particular point, but wandering aimlessly. His pursed lips appeared to move as though he was speaking. No sound came out. Hey, Michelle? Are you alright? Come back to me, Michelle. I grabbed him by the shoulders and shook, but he didn't even seem to notice. No matter how many times I called to him, he didn't look down from the emptiness above. Michelle? Giselle? Finally, after far too long, his gaze slid down to meet mine. He looked defeated, exhausted, and cornered all at once. I was scared too, but his fear seemed to have consumed him entirely. Please hear me out, Giselle. I never thought anything good would become of my life. I never thought I would find anyone who truly understood me, who would be happy to have my love, and for that I hated the world. I was in constant torment, living in the shadows, but then a single ray of light shone down on me. You, Giselle. You delivered me from the darkness. I'm scared, Giselle. I'm terrified. I used to think my life was meaningless, that it didn't matter if I lived or died, but now I can't stop shaking. That's perfectly normal. I'm scared to death too, but what scares me most is losing you. I should have noticed. Noticed his arms were tensing up. Noticed and stopped him. So please allow me to repay you. I said I would do anything for you, so let me do this. I haven't given you anything. I haven't done anything for you. So give me one final chance. Hey, I think I know what happens next. God damn it. Michelle? What? What are you doing? Get back in here, Michelle. What? Why? The door. I can't open it. I shoved on the door trying to go after him, but it wouldn't budge even the slightest bit. It was as though there had never been a door there at all, merely a wall disguised as one. It wasn't someone holding it shut from the other side either. I pushed and I pulled with all my might, but I couldn't even manage to eke out the tiniest crack. Michelle, what did you do to the door? Come on, get back here. I don't want to lose you either. Say something, Michelle. You're out there, aren't you? Please don't do anything rash. Fuck. They're gonna kill you if you're out there. Giselle, the witch, told me. What? That she would ensure your safety. Michelle, she isn't real. There is no witch talking to you. It's all in your head. A figment of your imagination created to alleviate your loneliness. Rest assured, she does not lie. Michelle, please listen. You are a wonderful woman, Giselle. Spirited, true to yourself, deeply sympathetic. You are not to blame for how difficult your life has been. Most of the fault lies with me and a bit of bad fortune. But that's all behind you now. Once this is over, you can start anew. What are you talking about? So survive. Live a good, fulfilling life. Move past this, live your life, and always love your family. I know you can do it. That is my wish for you. No, I don't want that. I want to be with you. No one else but you. I don't want to let you die. There it is. Fuck. There it is. Death to the heretic. Death to the heretic. Yeah. Get back in here, Michelle. Open the door. If my choice is to live on without you, I'd rather. Your scars will heal. You'll find a nice man and have a wonderful family. Why? Thank you, Giselle, for bringing my light to my world. Don't say that. But if there is a next life, I hope you don't mind if I pray we're able to meet again. That we can find each other once more in another world. Jesus. Michelle? It is our holy duty as knights of the church to deliver punishment unto the heathen who made a pact with the devil. Come on, Michelle, open the door. You are sentenced to death, your body to be hanged upon the cross for 3 days and 3 nights, wherein your unholy flesh shall be purified by the fires of heaven. Why? What are you doing here? Open the door, Michelle, please. Listen to me, you can hear me out there, can't you? You shall now be executed. Do you have any final words? Who? Who is it you're sentencing to death? Michelle Bollinger, or a demon child, naturally? Or a witch, perhaps? Please open the door. Why won't you open it? He isn't unholy or impure. He's a perfectly normal human and a very sweet man. Yes, I'm the witch. The witch is in here. I'm the one you want to execute. Kill him? Oh, God. Now I see, Giselle. This world. Kill him. Hey, that's familiar. God damn it. So many blades pierced my flesh, sword in my chest, lances in my arms and shoulders, arrows in both my legs. I could hardly even tell what hurt anymore. There was an unpleasant hiss sound in the tower, almost like a heavy rain. It was the sound of my blood spilling onto the stone. Red. It was red, just like anyone else's blood. It didn't flow into unnatural patterns. It didn't turn into black demonic shadows. It didn't cause anyone who touched it harm. It was just ordinary red blood. Regardless, this blood was probably still cursed. It had to be. I couldn't hear Giselle's voice anymore. I hoped she was safe and alive. I prayed that at least she would be protected. That the witch would keep her promise. It was getting dark. Light was quickly departing from my world. Darkness everlasting dragged me down into its pits. I believed in you. Michelle? Michelle, hey, say something. Talk to me. Hey, what's going on? What's going on here? No, this can't be happening. Possibly heavy thud came from beyond the door, and with it, Michelle fell silent. Then, intermittent squelching sounds as something slid down the door. No, 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 this can't be. Why? Why? Pounded on the door with all my strength, but it still refused to give. Skin on my hands, eventually going raw and beginning to seep blood. Why? I don't want to know anymore. Why should Michelle have to be killed? Tell me why. Take me with you. Please don't leave me behind. The man isn't a witch, he isn't cursed. I'm cursed, not him. So don't hang him, don't humiliate him like that. Kill me instead, please. Again and again and again I pounded on the door. Self-described knights on the other side seemed to not even be aware of my presence. They seemed unable to hear my cries. Armor clanking with each step, they began to descend the staircase. With it, I could hear the sound of something being dragged slowly across the floor. No, don't take him away. Stop, don't take Michelle away from me. I'm begging you. But my pleas were in vain. My hope was for naught. The knights took him away. Took him somewhere out of my reach. For all eternity. Jesus Christ. Alright. I have more questions, but I'm not gonna like the answers. Michelle. After much too long, the door swung open all on its own. It happened so unceremoniously it was hard to believe I had actually been trapped inside. I had no idea how much time had passed, but the chill in the air suggested it was deep into the night. And with the biting cold, there was a stench of blood. Why? Why? Michelle? I never wanted this. Jesus. Uh-huh. Fucking hell. Didn't understand it all, Michelle. You didn't know the depth of my feelings for you. You didn't know how intensely I wanted you. How fervently I loved you. I was never going to be able to find someone else and live happily with them. It had to be you. The thought of anyone else touching me terrified me. You just didn't understand. I don't want to live in this stupid world. Time I spent with you truly was the happiest time of my life. I kind of feel genuinely bad for what we're doing now. This is actually fucking horrific. I remember everything now. You died on that day. You were killed. You disappeared from this world and left me behind. That's right. I remember. I remember the pain, the agony of death, and the fear. I did indeed die that day. You refuse to listen to me. Do you have any idea? Jesus Christ. It hits much, much harder. Like, after seeing, like, the fake story in the front, it does hit that much better. I'll give it that. Do you have any idea how it felt to feel you dying from the other side of that door? Giselle, I wanted you to take me with you. Oh, absolutely. Like, all of the setup and getting, like, the fake and the fake story in front absolutely made it better. Absolutely. Is this what you wanted to see? My memories, the traces of my life on this earth, end there. In order to find your truth, we need more of the story. I don't want more of the story. I really don't now. Very well then. If you want more story, I will tell you more. What comes next is both the continuation and a brand new tale. Oh, cool. That's lovely. The Maid's Tale. Oh, because now she's the maid, she's not... Did she We'll see. When you've heard it all, I expect you to commend me for not forgetting how to smile. We haven't completely cut through the darkness yet. And that's sad. And that's terrible. An Arctic wind blows past me. At the same time, I'm gripped with an overwhelming urge to break down into tears. Perhaps this is the solitude she felt for so long. I have to face this. I have a responsibility to her to do so. And I have to atone for being such a misguided fool all these many years ago. Oh, of course it gets worse. Why wouldn't it get worse? Convinced that I was doing what was best. Fuck. That's not reassuring. Oh, the flowers are all gray now. This is my tale and the Maid's Tale. A tale of a foolish, naive girl. Looking back on it now, I'm ashamed of everything. But I will tell you my story in its entirety without embellishments. Hey, could you... I don't like where this is gonna go. I ask that you please not let go of my hand. Oh, cool. The only things that the night left behind were a garment and a large pool of your blood. Blood had seeped into the fabric and it was beginning to dry. When I clenched into my hand, it made soft crackling sounds. Oh, I don't like that. The oppressive stench of death lingered in the tower. Michelle, there's no point in a life without you. You know that, right? Have a wonderful family. You know I can't do that. Hey, Michelle, answer me. Come back to me. I don't care if it's as a ghost. I just need you here with me. Come back to me. Talk to me about nothing and about everything. Be irritated with me when I do something stupid. Scoff at me whenever I tell a bad joke. Trounce me at chess again. Put your arms around me one more time. Come on. I'm begging you. If you won't come back to me, then I'll go to you. I don't care if that's not what you wanted for me. This world without you is meaningless. Oh, hey! I wondered when we were gonna see you again. Fuck. Dying won't guarantee you get to see him again. He spends all his time refusing to talk to me, and when he finally does, he begs me to save his love. Oh, how the mighty have fallen. Rather disappointing, to be honest. Who are you? Where are you? Quite daft, aren't you? Within these walls I am everywhere, and you've heard of me before. What? I have no... Heavens, you are slow. Is that pretty head of yours only for decoration? What? But no, there's no one else. You might be thicker than these walls, my dear. Although, I suppose I shouldn't be surprised. You never did believe anything Michelle said about me. You thought he was going mad. This is brilliant. No, there's no way. It can't be the cursed witch, Morgana. Oh, you even know my name, do you? It would appear my legend has survived longer than I expected. I suppose I should thank all the humans who passed it down for me. You actually exist. I most certainly do, my dear. As I recall, you don't believe in the supernatural, do you? But it's hard to deny when that very witch is talking to you right this moment. Michelle was not even slightly mad, my dear. I told him he was better off without his sanity, but he refused to listen. He wasn't deranged. His surroundings were. His environment, the people around him, his whole world. Can you imagine how dreadful that must have been? To be the only sane resident in a world gone utterly mad? It's a miracle he managed to keep his head. Hey. Maybe don't... Remember what you said just before he died, my dear. You said it was all in his head. You said he couldn't tell the difference between illusion and reality. You said he had long since gone insane. Shouted it at the top of your lungs. No, that's not what I meant. Poor Michelle. If only you had believed him about the witch. Jesus Christ. We aren't exactly sure. It's not done going in this direction, though, is it? I feel bad for you, too, though. You have my pity. What did you ever do to deserve this? Oh, and just to be perfectly clear, I played no part in either you or Michelle's misfortune. The only force to blame for that is fate. You were a good, honest, joyful, lovable woman. And look how the world treated you. May I ask you something? Was it you who sealed me in the tower? Yes, it was. That was what Michelle wanted. Once, I told him I would grant his wish. So I did as he asked. Though it looks like that ended up causing you even more pain. How tragic. So, you're planning to die. Are you hoping to reunite with him in heaven? That plan's destined to fail from the outset, my dear. God teaches that suicide is a sin and you'll go to hell for it. Then, I will not kill you. Why not? Because I swore to Michelle I would save your life. That's fucking terrible. Wait, that's weird. That still doesn't explain why the text is... There's more going on still, isn't there? Poor Giselle. If you have any other wish, I'll be happy to grant it. I can't bear to see you so miserable. A wish. You have but a single desire right now. To see him once more. Isn't that right, Giselle? Are you saying you can make that happen? Oh, this is gonna go bad. You'll bring him back to life for me. The forces of life and death are outside of my realm. That is God's territory, or the angels. However, I can guarantee you this. His reconstruction. His reconstruction. Yes, you can meet You can meet him again, not in this life, but in some future life. Just imagine it. Finding your beloved again after overcoming so much tragedy. 10, 20, maybe 100 long years from now, you're finally reunited. Doesn't that sound marvelous? True, unparalleled love in its purest form. Oh, fuck. Oh. I don't like where this is going. Oh, this is... I don't like where this is going. Crap. What do you think? Just because you can bring his soul back doesn't make it Michelle. I want to be with him. No, it doesn't, and that's what worries me. It's like, there are directions that this can go, and I'm slightly worried. But I want to be with him, that brusque, impenetrable, slightly immature, but gentle as a butterfly man, the man who sincerely, deeply loved me. If it's the same soul in a different body, can you still call him my Michelle? Uh-huh. My apologies. You beat me to the punchline, and you did it with such ardor, you threw me off balance. You're exactly right. The idea that if your love is strong enough, you can both be reborn and have exactly the same relationship is utter fairy tale nonsense. You must be the same people to have the same love, which is why I'm not promising his rebirth or reincarnation, but his reconstruction. Your wish can become reality, Giselle. As long as you wish for it with all your heart, it can come true. I'll wish for his reconstruction as well. You have a wish asking to make this happen, my dear, so you can be confident that it will bear fruit. And you wish for him to remain as himself. If he truly loves you, and he do wishes to reunite with you, your wish shall be granted. Will you really wish with me? Oh, I think she's gonna wish something, alright. I most certainly will, my poor, pitiful, dear Giselle. I shall offer up my most heartfelt prayers for you. I'll wish for it. Until the moment of my death, I'll keep wishing for us to be reunited as the same people. I can't guarantee your reconstruction, though. What? Did you really not see that coming? Are you stupid? I only said I guaranteed his. Michelle's is the only reconstruction I will wish for. I will not ask for yours. Why not? You're not looking at a benevolent wish-granting goddess or an angel with a magic bow and arrow. You're looking at a cursed witch. Then how am I to be with him again? I can offer you but one option that will allow you to reunite with your reconstructed Michelle. Oh, yeah? Oh, yeah? Tell me. What do I have to do? I don't think I'm gonna like this. You must live. Here with me. Live with you. What do you mean? It was Michelle who resurrected me, but he could not serve as my guide. I have work to do, but I cannot do it alone. I need a guide to assist me. Because as you can see, I have no body. If this house did not exist in this world, then perhaps I might be able to give myself form, my soul's form. I don't understand anything you're saying. You don't need to understand. All I need from you is for you to show your utmost hospitality to the people I'm expecting to show up at this mansion someday. Entertain your guests. That's right, my dear. Michelle isn't the only one whose reconstruction I'm wishing for. Wait, what? Wait, but... like, this house has existed before this, and this is her story. So... yeah, like, I get it, it's the 4 stories, but Or it's reconstruction she's going to make... Wait, but that's also... So wait, does she know what's gonna happen? Is she waiting for them to die so that she can reconstruct them too then? There are others. Several heinous sinners. So I want you to serve as the maid and watch over them when they arrive. So yeah, it's the people who are gonna come here. Wait, but they've never explained why it happens and why the sinners come here. So watch how they arrive, and until then, keep the house in good condition. What are you scheming? Is that something you truly need to know, my dear? All you need to do is wish. Pray for the day your beloved appears before you again, for the day he wraps his arms around you once more. One word, Giselle. That's all I require. I'm not gonna like that answer. Like, it doesn't make sense. It's like, how did all this shit happen to begin with? Like, when did... Fuck it, we'll get to it. I have... Like, cool, lovely. Great. Do you want to see him again? Do you want to hear his voice again? I can promise you you'll have your happiness back. What reason is there to hesitate? There isn't one. Or are you simply going to give up? I wonder what would happen if you said no. If you disappear from this world, how will Michel react when he comes back? Will he be sad, angry, or will he forget about you and fall into the arms of another This bitch! No, he can't. Then make up your mind. Will you come with me or will you throw it all away? I don't like that sound. If I'd given it a little thought, I would have realized she was manipulating me. Yeah, I wonder why she waited until now to talk to her. It's a mystery. That she was just telling me what I wanted to hear, but I believed her. I accepted her proposition. As unbelievable as it sounded, my desire for it to be real overpowered everything. It was impossible not to grasp at the straw she was dangling in front of me. That was all I could do at the time. The witch's voice also had an inexplicable power to it. It made me believe, as outrageous as it was, that she really could bring you back, reconstruct you. Yeah, just wondering. Maybe because I had seen her turn a door into an immovable wall, or maybe because I had heard her disembodied voice. But I don't think those are enough to explain it. My guess is she had me under her spell. That was the moment I became the maid. But I assure you, I was, at that point, still the same Giselle you knew and loved. Lovely. Sound of the rain never seems to stop. Am I hallucinating it, maybe? From the moment I lent my ear to the witch's sweet temptations, the mansion underwent an unimaginable transformation. No light shone through the windows, despite them still being unobstructed. No morning, no day or evening. In fact, the concept of morning, day, and evening did not seem to exist. The darkness resembled that of when the windows had all been sealed off, but there was something more fundamentally unreal about it. Like it was hovering over a vast, all-consuming abyss within a constant haze of malice. I felt like I had been cast into some unknown realm, and that was why there was nothing beyond the windows. So yeah, Silent Hill. Cool. That's actually pretty close, actually. Fuck! God damn it. Oh, shit. And the house was not the only thing that underwent changes. I too was no exception. In the blink of an eye, all my basic human urges vanished. I stopped feeling hungry and I no longer needed sleep. Naturally, I was bewildered by what was happening to me, what I was turning into. I think I'll take a look around. Maybe there have been other changes. Yeah, what's with that goddamn hidden passageway in the library? So I meander through the mansion halls. My original intent was to explore the entire house, but I found myself drawn toward one room in particular. That's right, your bedchamber. There was no light, not a trace of color remaining in your chambers. But the bed had the same shape, or bed was the same shape, the walls the same texture, the curtains the same design as when you had been alive. Michelle, I'm praying. I'm always praying. Oh, I have tequila, actually. Depending what happens, I might have to put the decaf to the side and just start with tequila. I'm praying, I'm always praying, that someday we'll meet again. Oh, there's something hidden under the bed. I don't like that. I don't want to look under the bed. What could it be? It's that painting. Painting? I never did get to ask. Oh, right! That's right! Why he got so angry about me seeing this. I'm sure it's something he didn't want to be reminded of. Perhaps having to do with his family. I was right not pressing him about it. Oh! Alright! Uh-huh. Okay, I'm getting the fucking napalm. I'm gonna burn this place to the fucking ground. What the? Did the painting just smirk at me? Oh, God. Oh, geez, Giselle. What are you doing tripping over yourself? Gonna be honest, if that happened to me, I'd probably just shit myself. Be honest. It was just that accursed witch messing with your head. No need to get so spooked over a tasteless prank. Hey, I don't think it's gonna be, it's gonna stop at pranks. When I stumbled, I guess I knocked a drawer open. There's something inside. Letters, it looks like. I shouldn't touch these, they're not mine, but I want something of Michelle's to have, something to remember him by. His letters would be in his handwriting. They would contain his words. Please forgive me, Michelle. I don't mean you any ill will, but I'm gonna take these. I must say there's an impressive number of... Cool. What the fuck happened? Did I lose my goddamn head? What the? What on earth? It's like someone dumped an inkwell on every page, but why? They dumped it on my goddamn screen, you dicks! Was this the witch is doing too? Yeah, it has to be. It must have been her. It definitely wasn't you, Michelle, was it? Hold that thought. Just wondering. Just wondering. The front door, I wonder what it's like outside. I don't want to go outside. That's a bad idea. If you hear radio static, fucking run. Can't get it open. What's going on? The bar isn't set, but it won't budge an inch. It's just like up in the tower. Hey, are you just now realizing you fucked up? I know, the windows. They should open, then I can... What's going on here? What the heck is going on? It's like there's an invisible wall in front of the window. My hand won't go any farther. This is rich. What else can I do but laugh? What in the world? This is madness. Hurry up, Michelle. Return to me. And make game get me out of here. Please get me out of here. I had no idea how to explain anything that had happened to the mansion, but it was clear enough that I was imprisoned within its walls. I was all alone in a nebulous sphere of bleak darkness, and beyond its walls lay void. The layout of the house remained unchanged, but I felt as though I had wandered into a twisting labyrinth. I could cry, but there was no one there to soothe me. All I did was provoke her disembodied cackling, which she followed with, "You chose this, my dear, so you need to hold yourself together and keep wishing." Uh-huh. My only real pastime was cleaning. I dusted the same corners again and again, swept the same floors, polished the same dishes. One day I decided I would read the books left in the library. Despite there being more than 100 volumes, I finished every one of them in what felt like no time at all. My life was a never-ending cycle. Day in, day out, day in, day out. The house had no visitors, no one. Rather, nothing at all set foot upon the property. There were no signs of other life whatsoever there. No birds singing in the morning, no cats sunbathing in the garden, no mice scurrying about the kitchen, no creepy crawly insects. There was nothing. Nothing at all. The only thing that broke the long stretch of silence was her voice. Tell me, was she kind to you? Was she friendly and courteous? Hey, I'm gonna guess no. Because she was quite harsh when she spoke to me. Yeah? These were the kinds of things she was always saying to me. He didn't show up today, did he, my dear? Are you still praying, my dear? Do you think he'll actually come, my dear? I'm still wishing just like I promised, my dear. You know why he hasn't come for you, my dear? Because perhaps he doesn't actually love you as much as you thought. My dear, my dear, have you lost your mind yet? Uh-huh. Yeah, she's trying to force her to break. Shut up. I've had enough. I'm done with you. Yeah. Enough. Please, enough already. Oh, what's got you so worked up? You love to talk, don't you? So why not have a nice little chat with me? This is not a chat. Maybe not in your mind, my dear. You seem to think that chatting only constitutes conversations you enjoy. But I don't think the word's usage needs to be so restricted personally. You're just getting off on watching me squirm. Yes? Oh, not at all. You'll have all my best wishes if he ever does show up for you. Ah, so scary. You're making that face when he shows up. He might not even recognize you. What? You haven't looked in a mirror recently, have you? Go on, then. See just how frightful you've... Hey, let's not. I don't like where we're going. Is it just gonna be the... Uh-huh. Hey, I don't want to do this. No. Witcher's eye, I looked nightmarish. Face was pale and lifeless, my eyes hollow, my cheeks sunken, heavy bags beneath my eyes. Hair had lost its sheen and it grew wildly. I was quickly losing everything that made me recognizable as me, and the thought sent a shiver down my spine. This is terrible. No, this isn't me. This is some kind of trick. You're trying to deceive me. Baseless accusations. You really must stop blaming people every time something doesn't turn out the way you want, my dear. Fucking Christ. But, my face was more what? More expressive, more cheerful, brighter, rosier. You're right. You were never this gloomy, were you? Right, I wasn't. I was always more cheerful than this. Yeah, you fell into that trap. The word was. You believe... Naive girl, could you be any more narcissistic? Huh? What you're looking at is, undeniably, exactly what you look like now. Time did not do that to you, nor did I. The negative energy oozing from within you is what's causing you to take on this form. Did you think you didn't have any dark, ugly emotions inside you? Do you believe you would always be able to smile no matter what? Did you assume you were pure and beautiful? No one like that exists, my dear. What you see in the mirror is the true you. Your hideous, twisted heart. If you weren't always being so nasty, this would have never happened. Anyone's heart would be twisted listening to you long enough. God damn, this bitch. So you're saying Michelle's heart was twisted too? I spoke to him for years. No? I'm just teasing. I suppose I may have crossed the line there. I mean you no ill will, Giselle, honest. I don't believe you. I don't believe you at all. Allow me to give you one word of advice, though. Look at yourself in the mirror often. If you continue deteriorating at this rate and end up looking like a corpse, when Michelle comes back and sees you, he won't jump for joy, but run away screaming in terror. Stop talking. Please just stop. You know, Giselle, this is only the very beginning. Jesus Christ. He might not show up for hundreds of years. I can't live that long. Absolutely brilliant. You still think you're alive. Well, the moment you agreed to come with me, you ceased to be of this world. So don't worry about time, my dear. You can wait as long as it takes. As long as it takes for him to arrive. Uh-huh. You're just now figuring it out, huh? Cool. As the witch had suggested, I started checking my appearance in the mirror every day. I wanted to ensure I didn't turn into some horrifying creature. My hair grew, so time seemed to be passing, but I didn't appear to age at all. The flow of time had become perplexingly vague and uncertain. Was it stopped or was it moving? I couldn't tell. On occasion, I would practice smiling in front of the mirror. My smile was, after all, my one really distinctive feature, and I was certain you had seen me smiling more than anything. Even if my appearance had changed drastically, I thought, you would still be able to recognize me by my smile. Woman standing alone in front of a mirror practicing how to smile. I'm sure that was quite the comical sight. And that was about how my days went for an incomprehensibly long time. Wait. 1200? Wait, we didn't have a story in 1200, did we? It wasn't the roses, right? No, because the roses were... Or was the beast 1200? Fuck it. Let's just see. First 100 years kept track of how much time has passed. Hour, day, month, year, 10 years, 50. Once it had surpassed a person's average lifespan, the counting started driving me mad, and so I stopped. My sense of time began to numb. In place of sleep, I spent my days in a trance-like state. Doing so, I was less aware of the passage of time, which made it a little easier to bear. Suspended in this bubble of time, my mind went out to you. Oh. Jesus Christ. This is actually fucking horrific. Like, that's... She's losing every part of herself. Jesus Christ. The next... Goddamn. The next thing I lost the sense of was myself. Lived as a human for 21 years. After spending nearly 10 times that trapped in the mansion, I began to feel like that was all I had ever been. That maybe my past was all a construction of my imagination. Oh, God. It's literally breaking her. Like, every part of her. That, as an otherworldly being, I merely fantasized about being human. Had I actually had a family? Had there actually been other people in the world? Did cities and villages really exist? Was there ever really a time when light shone through the windows, when we were happy? But I knew if I started doubting everything, I wouldn't be able to maintain myself. So I settled on believing one thing: that you, Michelle, were real. That you had been with me, that I had loved you, and that it was you I was waiting for. I tried to always remember that one fact. This is... My characteristic energy and cheer were disappearing. By then I hardly ever raised my voice anymore, and in response to that change, the witch seemed to treat me a little nicer. On occasion I thought I could sense her presence nearby, like she might reveal her form to me from beyond the darkness instead of only speaking to me. I could feel her sitting beside me. Holy shit. Giselle, do you think you're still Giselle even now? I suppose it doesn't matter either way. Sometimes I think love and fanaticism are two sides of the same coin. What are you implying? Oh, nothing. I have an idea, though. Why don't we make you some new clothes, my dear? The loom should still work thanks to you keeping everything in order. That outfit's an artifact of an age long past by now. You know how long it's been? Vaguely, but yes. As we speak, time still marches onward. Not too quickly and not too slowly, but at the same pace as you're breathing. Now, on your feet, Giselle. We have plenty of time, so let's make you the perfect maid's outfit. And if we don't have enough materials, we can make more thread from the sheets or curtains. How exciting. Following our instructions, I wove garments in a style that did not exist in my era. They were quite strange to behold. The old me might have been stricken with fascination by them, but at that point, I wasn't even sure how to rejoice, how to be impressed, or how to be moved anymore. She's basically turning into a robot. Sounds like rain again. Has it even stopped? Hiss, hiss, hiss. Hiss, hiss, hiss. Hiss, hiss. What year is it? Hiss, hiss. Oh, it doesn't matter what year it is. It doesn't matter where it is. As long as you're there, it can be anytime, anywhere. Where are you, Michelle? What are you doing? I'm still praying. I'm still wishing for you to appear before me. Forever and ever and ever. And ever. I've been praying for so long, I don't even know how long it's been. Before you left, you said you were going to pray too. You said you hoped we could meet again in another life. I'm not misremembering, am I? Michelle, come back to me soon. I love you so very much. But my memories of you are starting to fade. What did your voice sound like? What kind of faces did you make? Where did you like to put your hands on me? I don't want to forget. I want to always remember. My memories of you are the only thing holding me together. But they're slipping away from me. How did you speak? What kinds of things did you talk about? I'm losing all these memories. Please, Michelle, come back to me before I forget everything. My beloved Mast. The thought crossed my mind that maybe Morgana's guarantee that you would be reconstructed was just the lie to trick me into staying here. But I quickly discarded it. Because if she had been lying, it would strip all meaning from my very existence. It would take from me my purpose for being here. So I didn't want to accept that possibility. I had no choice but to persevere in my belief that you would return. I had always thought I would be alright, that my faith would never waver. I still believed in myself. But you can be the happiest, most optimistic, resolute person in the world, and you will still break eventually. And I was at the point where even the slightest tap would shatter me into fragments. Fuck's sake. Several hundred years after I was enslaved within the mansion, something changed for the very first time. Sunlight, which I had not seen at all at that time, shone in from the outside. At first, I did not believe it was real. I thought it was a hallucination born of my inner desire, and I thought I must have completely lost it for my fantasies to have escaped my mind. But it didn't matter. If it was all an illusion, the gentle breeze blowing in through the window felt wonderful. The smell of grass, the chirping of birds, the glistening blue sky. It was like 1,000 memories rushing back all at once, and it brought tears to my eyes. The time has come, Giselle. It's time for you to get to work. And as she always did, the witch's voice crushed my elation, dragging me back to reality. Reveling in the sight of the outside world was the last thing I should have been doing. For it was that moment that began my true decline. Yeah, this is where the aged beast was. Work? What kind of work? Have you already forgotten? Oh, good heavens. Do you have your head on straight, my dear? As I said, I need you to watch over the house and show your utmost hospitality to those who show up. This is merely an appetizer. It looks like someone's here. Hold on. I have no idea what I'm supposed to do. Do the same thing you've been doing. Be a maid. Convince the house guests that this is a wonderful place. Make them enjoy their stay. Oh, I don't like where we're going. Now go on. I'm quite looking forward to this. Yeah, of course you are. The bar has been removed, but will the door open? For so long, the door had refused to budge. For so long, the light had forsaken these halls. For so long, there had been no trace of life. And now, all that had been turned on its head. I felt like I had stepped into heaven on earth. I know it sounds melodramatic, so please don't laugh. It was almost certainly a perfectly ordinary slice of nature. Leaves and grass rustled in the wind, flowers specked the earth. And in the distance was a city I didn't recognize. I wondered where I was, of course, but I neither shouted nor jumped in surprise. Instead, I found myself accepting of my circumstances, as unnatural as they might have been. As I was standing there idly before the entrance, a carriage rolled up. Egad, could this road be any bloody worse? It's in dire need of paving on top of everything else. Huh? And who might you be, young lady? That outfit? He's speaking a different language. The middle-aged man approached me. From his attire and the way he held himself, he appeared to be upper class. However, the words coming out of his mouth were not in the language I had grown up speaking. Could the mansion have moved somewhere far, far away? Naturally, I had no idea how such a thing was possible, and the longer I stood there staring at him absent-mindedly, the more incredulous he became. My immediate mission was to overcome the language barrier. Fortunately, I suppose I was able to understand bits and pieces of what he had said. As merchants in the capital, my family did business with people from other countries, and as a result, I had learned a handful of words. The problem was, it had been so long ago, I had no confidence whatsoever in my ability to hold a conversation. I am a servant. Servant? Can't say I remember asking for a lady servant, but I suppose these things do happen. Doesn't much matter who they sent. Who are you? You weren't informed? Bloody hell, off to a great start, I see. Well, what can you do, I guess? Oh. Hayden Rhodes. Just a retired old man. As I'm sure you have already guessed, this was the Rhodes siblings' grandfather. Uh-huh. He was also the first person I served under as the maid. Wait. Oh. Fuck. Please don't tell me this is gonna go where I think it does. Oh, God. God damn it. That's how he's... Member of an esteemed noble family, Hayden was a bit on the eccentric side. Only hired a handful of servants, claiming he was not fond of clamor. There was a single chef, the physician, a servant to take care of all the cleaning, and then me, who served as his personal assistant. Whenever he got the chance, Hayden would chase me down and make me practice proper etiquette. According to him, I had much to learn. You're at least technically a servant of the Rhodes family, young lady, so I can't have you going around playing the country bumpkin act. Yes, sir. We'll have to do something about that accent, too, while we're at it. I have an accent. Thicker than bloody molasses. Now, I have no interest in sticking my nose in your business, asking where you hail from. But while you're here, you must act the part, young lady. Lucky for you, I'm retired and have all the time in the world. I'll teach you everything you need to know about proper etiquette. Alright. Speak up, will ya? Yes, sir. Hayden did not go easy on me either. In addition to my day-to-day duties, I studied etiquette, the language, proper pronunciation, and formal diction. Anytime I made the slightest mistake, he would shout his dissatisfaction. Listen carefully. A servant is the face of the house. A servant's gaff is her master's gaff. Always keep this in mind. You're not just a maid. You must always act with elegance and grace. You must always maintain your composure, even if the house is falling down around you. Whatever happens, you deal with it quickly and quietly. Your language must be immaculate. No ums or uhs or pauses. For any reason. Yes, sir. No stammering either. Sorry. Bloody hell, you are not going to make this easy, are you? Whose idea was it that a country bumpkin would make a good servant? This asshole. I like to give him a piece of my mind. I'm not from the country. Not even slightly. I was raised in the capital. Is that so, eh? A prim and proper city girl, are you? In that case, you should be a quick study. Absolutely. I can learn anything in a week, tops piece of cake. Why would you say that? Is that so? Alright then, starting tomorrow, I'm tripling your lessons. I didn't think this through. No, you didn't. Why can't she get a break? For fuck's sake! You little idiot. In addition to being my master, Hayden was my teacher. When he yelled, he grew twice his size, and I shrunk to half mine. But it wasn't at all an unpleasant experience, because I knew he wasn't raising his voice to belittle me. His instruction may have been harsh, but it was human interaction. There were people around that I could talk to, and that was wonderful. I was starting to regain some of my humanity. Yeah, cool. That's nice. Unlike me, you've still got a long life ahead of you, Hey, funny you say that. She's just like, you have no idea what the fuck I've been through. I don't know what kind of life you've lived, but I can't imagine it's been all that easy. Not many servant girls your age without a home to go back to. Which is why you need to learn this. Once you've got all the rules and customs down, you'll be able to hold your own at any noble's estate. You shouldn't have any trouble keeping yourself employed. I'm sure you think I'm just a loud, obnoxious old man, but I believe we've met for a reason, so I hope you'll stick with me. I don't think about you like that at all, Master. You're a remarkable man. One more time. I like the fact she's just looking at him like, what? I deeply appreciate your generous consideration from the bottom of my heart. It's like, yes, please keep telling me I'm great. I didn't know much about Hayden's situation, why he had retired to this mansion all alone, away from the rest of his family. But anytime I asked about them, he would say, it happens sometimes. With a melancholic frown. Before long, 2 years had passed. By that point, my etiquette had improved enough to satisfy his high standards. In that time, the mansion underwent a number of decor changes as Hayden brought in sculptors to work on different areas of the house. He also sealed off rooms that were not in use, such as the observation tower and the chapel. It was a sad thing seeing areas with so many memories for me falling into disuse. But as a mere servant, I had no say in the matter. In addition, Hayden seemed to greatly enjoy renovating the house, so I watched him warmly. The furniture was all gradually replaced, gorgeous paintings hung on the walls, colorfully decorated or patterned curtains installed. And a brilliant rose garden planted. These roses come from all across the world. Nowhere else can you see so many different varieties in one place. It's beautiful. Did you know that in the city, people are starting to call the mansion Rose Manor? Rose Manor. And to think there used to be nothing but weeds here. Amazing how much has changed. I never thought I would see this garden turned into something so beautiful. Are you fond of roses, young lady? Yes, red ones especially. Red roses mean a great deal to me. They remind me of a time long past. Given one as a gift, were you? No, I believe I was the one who gave the rose. So red roses are a symbol of my feeling. They're very precious to me. I gave you a rose as a gift. You plucked it from its stem, placed it in my hair. Am I remembering correctly? Don't do this. My memories are so vague now. I can't even remember the look on your face that day. There are some kids I'd like to give roses to myself. Who? My grandchildren. Oh my, you have grandchildren? Though we haven't been in touch for some time. Last I saw them was 4 years ago. When my... wait! Wait a sec. What? Wait, so... What the fuck? Sweetest girl in the world with lovely flaxen hair. You're fucking lying. She's gonna be a real beauty when she grows up. Anyway, they're wonderful kids. And one day I want to hand this garden over to them. Each and every rose containing my hope they'll lead comfortable, healthy lives free of strife. I'm sure your wish will come to pass. Your grandchildren will have wonderful lives. The grief of not having you around still weighed heavily on my mind. Wait, but... Okay. I was slowly approaching contentedness. Life with Hayden was slow and uneventful, peaceful and relaxing. I imagined my heart was seeking anything to alleviate its pain, and it found that in the beautifully remodeled mansion, the garden blooming wildly with roses, and my time with Hayden. I was even beginning to think this life was enough for me. That I would be okay with this being the end if it meant more of the tranquility I felt. I was, like a coward, considering giving up the fight. Please do forgive me for ever considering such a thing. Hayden seemed to be in high spirits that day. A gift had apparently arrived from his son who lived far away. In it was a tea set, some leaves, and a small jar of sugar. Miss, how can I be of service? Bring me up a pot of this, would you? Be careful not to steep it for too long. You want to get it just right for the best flavor. As you wish. You seem quite pleased. Why would I be? A boy who shunned his old man for years sends him a paltry gift on a whim. I'm just entertaining his fancy. Tea is ready. Hey, where'd the fucking music go? Hey, where'd the fucking music go? Okay. I was about ready to say, shit. What a wonderful smell. Tea and roses are life's best damn spices. Now let's see what that boy chose for me. If it's no good, I'll be sure to write him an angry letter. He looks so happy. He must really love his family. It's a little bitter. Shall I brew another pot? No, it's not your fault. Must be something in the leaves. Would you like to add some sugar, then? There was a small jar of it with the tea set. Now that's some bloody fine sugar he's procured. White as snow and sparkles in the light. Did his fucking son poison him? Wait. He chose it just for you? Bloody hell, what demon possessed him? Alright, give me 2 spoons, then. Yes. Here you are. Splendid. This is some exquisite tea. The sugar balances the bitterness of the leaves perfectly. Guess that boy does have... Yep! Have some... Master? Yep. Master? The doctor? I need to find the doctor. Water? Water? I'll get you some water right away. Please, please hang in there. Thanks to the quick treatment provided his personal physician, Hayden survived. But he didn't make it out with much more than his life. He was permanently bedridden by the affair. The sugar I put in his tea had contained poison. Yep. Which had done irreparable damage to his nerves and muscles. Most of his body was completely immobile except for his left arm. Holy shit. Can I bring you something? Some water? I've had more than my fill of water. You don't need to wait on me hand and foot. The face says you need to distract yourself by working. Remember what I told you? A noble family's servants must always act with elegance and grace. You must always maintain your composure. But how can you expect me to remain composed? If I only examined the sugar more thoroughly, you never would have noticed, young lady. I examined the sugar and didn't see a bloody thing wrong with it. He was damn crafty, that's for sure. Why would he do this? His inheritance, I presume? Something must have come up and he needed money quickly. That's no reason to poison your own father. Blood is nothing but an obstacle to ambition. Or maybe he just hated me. How could anyone possibly hate you? Perhaps that could be said of me, you know? Perhaps that could have been said of the me you know, but when you live as long as I have, you're bound to make an enemy or two. Mine just happened to be my son. I was planning to give him everything anyway. He didn't have to do this. It all would have been his. Killing me doesn't accomplish anything, but I guess it doesn't much matter. Oh, God, please don't. Don't do this. Could I ask something? What can I do for you? Okay. Jesus. I don't want it to get out that Hayden Rhodes was poisoned, so could you tell people that I passed away peacefully with a beautiful nurse tending to my every need. You're not dead yet. Please don't talk like that. You're scaring me. No stammering. But I'm not saying it'll happen immediately. But I am an old man, and one day you'll wake up and I'll be gone. This is about my own pride, not my son. The last thing I want is to go out with a black spot on my name. Tell me you'll do this, Giselle. He's never said my name before. As you wish. Thank you. You're a peculiar girl, you know. Sometimes you seem greener than the leaves in the summer. Sometimes you seem like you've seen 12 kinds of hell. Yeah, about that. And ever so often, you seem not of this world. Your skin is pale, your hands as cold as ice. At one point, I thought you might be Death himself. Fucking who knows at this point. But I was wrong about that. You have too big a heart to be Death. You care too much. You must be carrying a very heavy cross on your back. What am I supposed to do? I don't want to lose you, Lord Hayden. I don't want to lose this life. You have someone, don't you, young lady? Someone you're dying to meet again. Yes, but I don't know anymore. I don't know how long I'm supposed to keep waiting. If something doesn't happen soon, I don't think I can hold myself together much longer. I was so close to breaking down, and it was you who kept me on my feet. I'm sure you've tried to remain strong plenty of times, so I'll give you some different advice. A trick for when you think you're losing a hold of yourself. Build a cocoon. Huh? A cocoon. Sturdy shell to keep your weak inner self safe. This world has no interest in protecting you, only swallowing you whole. So you mustn't readily expose your true self. You build a cocoon, and you play the role you need to play. That way the real you will remain unharmed. It's not pleasant to hide yourself like that, but it's better than letting the world crush you. But a word of warning, if you spend too long in the cocoon, the real you is liable to disappear forever. You'll be swallowed up by your own protective shell. I hope you find whoever it is before it's too late. Now, I think I'll get some sleep. All this talking's worn me out. As you wish. Good night. See you in the morning. Aye, see you in the morning, young lady. The next day, Hayden was dead. He had strangled himself with his left hand. Oh, God. I should have been more attentive. I should have recognized how much pain he was in, how much it crushed him to have been betrayed by his own family. I should have realized how he truly felt, how fragile he really was. Fell into a hopeless gloom. I could hardly believe that the quiet life I had finally attained had been shattered in the blink of an eye. Hayden's other servants quickly went out their own ways, and I vividly remember the dirty looks they all gave me. Everyone who knew how he had died assumed I had done it. I had no reason to kill him, though, but they had more than enough to believe so, for I had indeed been the last person to see him alive, and I held firmly to the story he had asked me to tell. While I was unable to convince the other servants, his family was far more accepting of the story that he had departed for the next world happily. Fuck. Though they did not make the truth any less heartbreaking, especially since I was the one who knew it. Why does this always have to happen? I was happy, but I can never seem to keep hold of it for more than a flash. Despair always comes marching in to rip it away. What am I doing here? What kind of person were you, Michelle? What kind of person was I? God damn it. Hang on, I gotta pardon myself. Okay, we'll go a little more. Maybe what? Half hour? Yeah, we'll see. Hey, I wondered when you'd come back. You bitch. Oh, my dear, you look positively miserable. Why should you despair at the death of some strange old geezer? Morgana. Was Hayden one of those whom you wish to be reconstructed? I have no interest in that wrinkled bag of bones. And if he was one of them, do you really think I would have let him go so peacefully? That's a fair point. Peaceful? You call that peaceful? He fucking strangled himself! Cause misery peaceful? I most certainly do. And since you do not seem to understand this, the pain of death lasts but an instant. The worst torture can only be inflicted upon the living. Setting two loved ones against one another, manipulating one into taking the other's life, and then forcing him to live with that. Jesus Christ. The stage hasn't even been set yet, my dear. And you would have me play a part in that. Indeed, you agreed to accompany me. You are here to be my guide, and you're doing a wonderful job of it so far. I haven't done anything. Oh, but you killed that old man, did you not? Huh? Thanks to you, my wish is one step closer to fruition. What? What do you mean I killed Hayden? You mean to claim you didn't? Tell me, who was it? Yeah, that's what you're gonna do, you fucking harlot. No, I didn't mean to. Your intentions are irrelevant. Everything moves along the path forged by my wish, and you shall continue to follow its will. You know what? I'm done feeling like this. I don't want anyone else to go through what Hayden did. And what are you gonna do about it? I'm done listening to you. Without me, you have no influence over this world. Oh, so I'll die. I'll take my own life right here, right now. Grabbed a nearby knife and held the tip against my breast. Hands were shaking, my heart pounding, my whole body was racked with terror, but I could have sworn I heard Morgana gasp. This was her one weakness, I thought. Yeah, I don't think it is. What are you thinking? Don't do this, Giselle. Don't be foolish. Put the knife down right now. I'm done trusting anything you say. Giselle, put the knife down. I miss you so very much, Michelle. I've wanted nothing more than to see you again. But if my being Morgana's guide is going to cause other people suffering, then I can't. I don't think it's all over. Huh? There's no blood? Not even pain. Why? Uh-huh. Yeah. That's about right. Absolutely brilliant. I told you not to be foolish, but you just wouldn't listen to me. Such a silly girl. I really am. I couldn't even die if I wanted to. Learning that absolutely crushed me. My backup plan, the one escape route I thought available to me, had been ripped away. My spirit crumbled and I felt myself sinking into a vast darkness. Began losing my grip on myself, which is when I recalled Hayden's advice. Build a cocoon. It was the only option I had left. My final chance at protecting myself. Although ultimately, I was unsuccessful in that endeavor, as you know. But by that point, my mind and spirit had all but been lost. Eroded away by the years of solitude, the witch's whispers, the brief glimmer of happiness, and the eternal, boundless darkness it had left me in. It was in that moment that all light drained from my very eyes, and it was in that moment that the maid was born. Jesus Christ. Don't do this after that! Fucking kidding me? I don't want to see this after that. Oh dear, Smell, come over here. So many beautiful flowers. Now, Nelly, there's no need to run. You're gonna fall and you can't say I didn't warn you. Ugh. Hello, I've never seen you before. Are you the new maid? God damn it. Good afternoon, Lady Nelly. That is correct. It's an honor to serve you. Oh, did you do all this? I did not. The garden was your grandfather, Lord Hayden's work. Wow, is grandfather a wizard? Perhaps he was. I'm sure he would be delighted to know you like it. Grandfather liked flowers? Yes, he loved them quite dearly. Fuck. Wow, I love flowers too. Never seen a garden with so many pretty flowers. You know this kind of flower is called a rose. Just like our name. Why, yes, they do sound alike. And like the flowers, you're also a very sweet little girl. Say, what's your favorite color, Rose? I like all colors. But you don't like any the most? That's too bad. My favorite is pink. Pink roses are so pretty. Indeed they are. Geez, there you are, Nelly. Oh, my apologies. Please don't mind my sister. Oh, not at all. You're having the most wonderful time. Fuck. That's good. I haven't scrolled up in a while. Good to know. Imagine we'll all be seeing each other around, so it's a pleasure to let's see what the inside's like. Oh, this is them just getting here. Well, it says I have my very own room. Slow down, Nelly. Beg your pardon. You can tell that she's gone as like a person. Separable siblings ran off toward the mansion hand in hand. It was a heartwarming sight, but the next moment when they stepped inside, I saw something else. The darkness enveloping the mansion seemed to flare up, the open door a gaping maw into its hungry bowels. The whole house looked as though it was cackling. It was, I presume, the witch Morgana's madness taking form, manifestation how she felt now that her centuries in the making wish was bearing fruit. Those two children were the ones Morgana had been waiting for. Had I still had any willpower to fight left in me, I would have taken them by the hands and sent them somewhere far away. I would have done something before the house swallowed them up. Instead, I gently lowered my eyes. Misfortune would surely sink its teeth into those two children before long. Pain and misery would befall them. I knew no good lay ahead of them. But my heart had all but frozen solid. I had my hands full taking care of myself. So I let Hayden's beloved grandchildren fall into the witch's hands. I was, for all intents and purposes, Morgana's marionette. Jesus. At long last, it has arrived. The time I had been waiting so long for has arrived. Darling, devoted Giselle, I know not how to describe for you the fiery excitement burning within me. Ooh, I know. I can tell you my story. Really now? Tell you exactly what that mild-mannered little boy once did. You'll be open to listening now, won't you, my dear? And you'll surely understand that I am doing nothing wrong. I don't believe that, but you know, because you're my ally, my trusty servant. You and I, we live in the same world. We're as close as family, are we not? Yes, as you say. So let us curse them, all of them. Let us inflict a pain worse than physical torture on them. Let us put their souls on the rack for all eternity. Curse them, make them suffer, curse them. Jesus. Now listen carefully, Giselle. This is a tale of wicked men and my curse upon them. Wait! The witch spat her curses for some time, the bile overflowing from her words, pure unadulterated hatred brimming within, consumed me more than the horrifying things they described. She was brutally honest, each word a carefully sharpened blade of animosity. How much bitterness do you have to carry inside you to become like her? How long did you have to feel nothing but hatred to become like her? I felt like if I let my guard down, I would be consumed by her enmity. It would become mine, and I would grow to despise them myself. All the while, I kept my mind on one single thing. That is, what was left of my mind, locked away inside a shell of my own creation. It was that solitary truth that allowed me to hold onto my human emotions, to continue believing. I'm always waiting. My love will never fade. When I was still my old self, I called the master and would do anything for them. Michelle, that was their name. They were beautiful, they had pearly white hair and ruby eyes. They are going to come for me. Jesus. Michelle, all I can remember about you is your name, your glassy white skin, your fiery red eyes, and your snow-colored hair. Nothing else. And that's why when I saw her that night, dripping from the storm raging outside, I thought you're finally here. Because I didn't remember enough to know any better. You already know who I speak of, don't you? The person who called upon Rose Manor that fated stormy night. The girl with almost translucently pale skin, chilling white hair, and eyes like jewels. Her hair, her eyes, her porcelain skin, it all matches the person in my memories. She must be... fuck's sake. If she is... Is something the matter? No, I just thought I felt someone watching us. It's only your imagination, I'm sure. If not your imagination, then perhaps some unseen force was watching you. Unseen force. Are you familiar with how people refer to this mansion? Rose Manor. Yes, indeed. It is called Rose Manor because you can smell the sweet fragrance of the rose garden even at great distance. But that is not what I meant. It is said that a witch resides within the house. A witch? I've not heard any such stories. You probably wouldn't have. It was a very, very long time ago. Nothing you need concern yourself with. You have a peculiar presence about you. Should I consider that a compliment? A peculiar presence, she says. Does she sense something in me as I do her? This has to be her, then. Her name? I need to ask her name. It's getting late, you should get some rest. A room has already been set aside for you. But first, may I ask you one thing? Yes. I do not believe you have given me your name yet. My name. Oh. Shit. Oh no. I knew it. You are the one. What? You are the one I've been waiting for. Oh, God. For fuck's sake. There's so much in anticipation of this moment. So I could reunite with... Came to this place to see me again, did you not? Held tight to those wonderful memories until you could make it back to... Never gave up hope. Always believed, and I hope you'll praise me for that. And I ask you, please say my name. Please make me... I don't know anything about you. I'm sorry, you seem to be confusing me for someone else. We've never met before now. You jest. You are Michelle, right? That is my name, yes, but it's a fairly common name. Surely you're confusing me with... That cannot be. That white hair, the white skin, those red eyes, and that name. The name of the Archangel. Everything about you is the same. How can you say you are not my Please, Michelle, remember for me. Stay away from me. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to be rude. You would reject me. I'm so sorry. I honestly don't know you. Do you care nothing anymore for the time we spent together? We have not spent any time together. You would deny everything. I'm sorry. I see. So you feel nothing for me anymore? You do not need to say anything, I understand. You are feeling a great deal of disgust towards me. No, or perhaps it is fear. Yes, you are always so kind. You would not easily allow yourself to succumb to hatred. I understand. Please forget everything I've said. Who are you? I am but a simple maid, nothing more. Jesus Christ. Laughable, isn't it? No, this is actually... it hurts. I no longer recognize Michelle as anything more than a concept. Man or woman, elderly or infant, as long as they had white hair, red eyes, and the right name, they were you. I needed anything I could get. I was so desperate the thought never even crossed my mind that she was not you. What do you think, seeing me like this? That I'm helpless and hopeless? Listen to this, Morgana. Michelle is back. She's finally come for me. She does not remember anything, it seems. Not me, not our past, nothing. She saw me and was afraid, in fact. Are you listening, Morgana? Darling, devoted Giselle. You poor, pitiful soul. That must have been quite harrowing. Don't worry, you still have me. Nothing would be better than you. Besides, this might not be your only chance. As long as you continue on, Michelle could appear before you again. Do you think she will remember me next time? I can't say that's up to Michelle. You do have another option, though. Forget Michelle yourself and seek out a new master. Someone who can be yours, someone dedicated and faithful, who needs you. Someone worthy of this mansion. Oh! Wait. Wait, but that... Wait. So if that's the... I'm... fucking... But our... I don't know where we're going anymore. The questions, they're not getting answered. Someone who needs me. That's right. Michelle didn't need you after all. It's alright, don't worry. You have plenty of time. It's been too much fucking time. And then all this shit happened. Damn it. Oh god, yeah, then this. Oh, crap. So how much worse is this gonna get? Why am I even asking? Why am I asking that stupid question? Like, holy shit. Oh, and she... I might stop at the end of this story. Uh-huh. Or I guess this part, I should say. Yeah, because he arrived at the chapel and didn't know it was her as the beggar. Uh-huh. Oh, hey, it's raining. Who would have guessed? It's raining again today. I kind of wonder what happened to him after he fled from the mansion. Although I suppose it doesn't matter much to me. The witch is surely watching him. Such a dreadful storm. Sounds like someone crying. Yeah, I was at that point, completely out of my mind. Broken. My smile, frowns, and gas all had been replaced with imitations. Shortly afterward, the flaxen-haired boy moved out of the house and went on to become a priest. The girl fell ill a few years later, her disease eventually taking her life. Fucking hell. But the boy never once returned home. The Rhodes family crumbled. I couldn't bring myself to grieve for them or to reflect on Hayden's sorrowful end. I simply waited for time to begin moving once more. Here. We're gonna stop here because... It was 5 days since the last time I played that. God damn. I thought it was longer than that. Well, that was a fucking turn. Holy shit. Fuck.